Hi, I'm Wanda with Jimmy Branch Homestead, and today I'm making tomato basil soup. If you watched my recent final harvest from the garden, you'll see that I had a lot of things to take care of. I've already taken care of the tea. I did it that night. As far as getting it in the freezer, I've canned the green beans. I've given away the okra to my friend. And now I'm going to take care of what tomatoes are left. Even if this is just enough soup for a couple of days, it'll be a nice treat for me. So I'm going to turn the burner on. I'm not adding any water to this because it's going to make, excuse me, tons of its own juice. So I'm going to put it on between medium and low, so medium-low. And we're just going to kind of warm that up. I'm going to put a lid on it to help hold the heat in till it gets really going. And then I will remove the lid so that it can cook down and evaporate a lot of the liquid, just to make the soup a little thicker. Okay, our soup is at a full rolling boil now. So I'm going to go ahead and turn that down to low, just so it just kind of keeps cooking. Took the lid off, so a lot of that water or the super runny juice can cook out of those. These are Jetstar tomatoes, so they're pretty juicy. So we want to cook some of that juice out, or quite a bit of it, to make our soup thicker. So we're just going to let that continue to cook down. Okay, for my tomato soup, they're really cooking down well. So I have melted a couple tablespoons of, I think 3 tablespoons of butter over here. I'm going to add some flour to that. And some cold water. And we're just going to kind of stir that here. Okay, so I'm going to turn that burner on low. I'm just going to kind of thicken that up a little. Just a little more water. You know, when I don't have enough tomatoes to make a whole batch to can or anything, it's just a lot of it's by eyeballing. So I figured I might have 2 quarts of tomatoes in here that's cooked down. I probably got too much flour in here. And we may not use all this. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I put way too much flour for the amount of tomatoes I have. But it's like mashed potatoes, only runny. Okay, I'm going to turn this burner off for a few minutes, and we're going to come over to this burner and turn it off. And I have my immersion blender here. And remember, I left the skins on my tomatoes. So I'm just going to submerge the immersion blender. Let me bring it in closer. Hopefully it doesn't splash on the camera. Into the tomatoes. And just kind of pulse it. I am not going to strain out the seeds or the skins on my soup. This is why I wear old clothes. Tomato stains real bad, so it's always going to splash a little. If I had more where I had a full pot, it wouldn't be doing that. Okay, that looks pretty good. Now we're going to add just a little, turn the burner back on, medium low, and we're going to add just a little bit at a time of this slurry because I overdid. Hopefully you can see that. I'm going to get the immersion blender back just to smooth that out a little. Oops, still got a few lumps in that here and there. Let's get most of it, but there's still a little bit more. It's starting to turn into a pretty nice consistency. We're just going to boil that for a minute and see if it thickens up more or if I need to add maybe just a little bit more. Although it looks pretty, like a little bit of thickness to it. You don't want it, you know, super thick. It's soup. I figure I have about 2 quarts of tomato soup here. I'm going to add a couple of teaspoons, I almost said tablespoons, that'd be really salty, of salt. I usually use about a teaspoon per quart. And since I believe I have a couple of quarts here, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give it just a little bit of pepper. And this would be fine as just regular tomato soup now. But I want some tomato basil. And I like a lot of basil in mine. So I'm probably going to put a lot more than other people would. So I'm going to start off with a couple of teaspoons. That may be enough for just a couple quarts. Ah, you guys, it smells so good. I'm going to add a little bit of milk. And then I'm just going to let these flavors meld together here for a couple of minutes, maybe 5 minutes, just kind of stirring it off and on. Okay, so I added a little bit of nature's seasoning to my soup, just to give it a little bit more flavor. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to have some of this for lunch today, and then I will freeze the rest, just so I can enjoy it here and there. It won't make much. I figure I have about 2 quarts, so that'd be enough for 4 meals. But, you know, at least those tomatoes didn't go to waste, and I'm getting something I enjoy out of it. If you really don't want the seeds and the skins in your tomato soup, just put it through a sieve and you can get all those out. And there it is, my tomato basil soup. I'm going to enjoy this for lunch today. So if you're enjoying this type of video, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and share our videos on your social media. It's the best way you can help our channel to grow. Thank you so much for watching. Jimmy Branch Homestead. Take care and God bless.